Hi everybody, it's Sandy Bacus, Sandy B. Stitcher here, and I have my husband holding the phone, and I hope he holds it steady. But this is just a beginning part of the video. I'm going to do a little talking to you after, but I wanted to show you the two items that I stitched on this week. I did a lot of stitching, but only on two items. So first I worked on Quaker Diamonds, and if I got that up in the whole frame?
Yep.
Okay, so I worked on that huge, great big motif down there, and didn't quite get it completed, but got quite a bit of it done. And this is one of the projects that I am going to try to work on over the next couple months to get it totally finished before the end of the year. This is one of my oldest whips. Okay, the other whip that I worked on was Minnie Mouse Cabin Home, my HAED, and boy did I get a lot done on this. The last time I showed it to you, I was working over here and had said I had just moved up a little bit. Well, I moved up several times. Is that all in there?
Yep.
Okay, so I did a lot of those pinks and violets, and there's a little bit of like a lime green in there. And then I moved up and was working more on the porch overhang here and trying to get that finished off. So a lot, I feel like I really accomplished a lot, and in looking at the chart for the parts that are coming up, there are some large blocks where there could possibly be 100 by 100 block where it's all one thread color. So instead of switching over on September 1st to Shades of Summer, I am going to continue with this one because right now I'm really into it. And that's all the stitching that I did. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put this down. I'm going to get the phone from my husband. We're going to switch places. We'll try not to jar you too much as we do that. And I'm going to walk around the yard a little bit. You guys all seem to really like the nature walks and whatever. So we're going to do that. I'm going to talk to you a little bit, and then that'll wrap up the video for this time. So we're going to slowly change places here. Okay, currently we're on the deck and we're going to walk down. A couple of things that I wanted to tell you as we're walking. Michael's stores have opened now, and I had previously said that there was going to be 2 new Michael's stores within a half hour of me and in 2 different directions, and they are now open. I've not gone because about the day after my last video, seems like I say that to you a lot, the day after my last video. The day after my last video I got sick, and I'm just now starting to feel better. Had to be on 2 different antibiotics, and I guess I had like a superbug urinary tract infection, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm sick of talking about being sick, and so that's it. I'm just letting you know that that's why things didn't get done, but other than that, I'm done talking about sick. Okay, I'm walking around towards the front of my house. We have a dogwood tree here. And I've showed you this before, but if you're new, you may not have seen these. And if I'm a little wobbly, I'm sorry. This ground, I have sandals on. And here we're coming around to the front. We got a nice big weed growing there, and then behind that some azalea bushes. And then on across over to the front porch and along the side of the garage. And you can see part of my husband's truck over there. Oh, here comes Buddy. Let me see if I can get you down and say hi, Buddy. Hey, Buddy. Oh, you talking? Talk some more, Bud. This is Buddy. Buddy has been with us since he showed up here as a kitten, and neglected and hungry and ravenous, and so he's been with us ever since. And what he wants is for me to pet him, but I'm not going to do that because I'm filming the video. Alright, I'm panning out across the front yard here and just slowly going across. You'll see a car go by every now and then. This is kind of a busy road. It's a county road, and it's kind of a connector road to a lot of other roads. So it runs, from here it runs between two state routes, but it goes both directions past the state routes. Okay, panning back across. This is over into our neighbor's driveway is on the other side of all those trees and bushes. And when you come across over here, and you'll see there's kind of a leaning tree, and then you'll probably be able to see that part of their fence over there. And so I'm going to start walking over this way. And there's a big old cherry tree. Take you up and show you the top of the cherry tree. That cherry tree is getting really old, and several branches have come down off of that thing. We're contemplating whether we should just have the thing taken down, but we haven't yet. Okay, another piece of information. Remember last time I was telling you that there was something that I wasn't remembering? Well, I finally remembered. I never acknowledged my 2-year Flosstube-versary, I guess that's what you call it. Back in July, I think it was July 18th, was my Flosstube anniversary. I forgot all about it. So I've been doing these Flosstubes now for over 2 years. Oh, Bud's going to walk with us now. Very slowly. I'm going to bring you back down. Whoop, shadow. And I don't know, can you see him? He's right here next to me. He stops when I stop. He walks when I walk. Okay. All right, let's walk. Well, you got to get out from underneath my feet because that's not a good thing. All right. Remember I was talking about all that work that Bob and I were doing and how I fell? Well, this is where we were at the time that I fell. So I thought I'd show you the scene of the accident. And I know I showed it a little bit in the one video, but a couple weeks ago, but you can see up there, that's all those dead vines hanging in that tree up there, that where we cut them off down here, and trees we cut down. Those vines are horrible. Oh, look, here comes Boots. Let me turn you around. There's Boots. I just watched him a little while ago. He's the three-legged cat. I just watched him a little while ago. He came running across the top of the roof, got to the edge at the porch, stopped for 2 seconds, put his head down, and jumped down to the deck railing. And then jumped down to the deck, and then ran down the steps and came out to greet me. He is an amazing cat. Yes, Bud. And Bud talks a lot. Okay, I'm going to continue on around here. What I'm going to do is kind of pan around and just let you take in all the... You can hear the crickets and the bugs and locusts. Not too many birds singing today. It's kind of humid. I'm just going to slowly pan you around here. And that big tree right there in the middle of our backyard is a chestnut tree. And I'll walk over there and I'll show you the pods that are on that thing right now. And then come back around to our porch and our deck. And so it was that roof up there, the three-legged cat came running down and across and then jumped down to the deck rail. All right, are you two behaving over there? Oh, Boots took off. You're by yourself now? All right. All right, I'm going to start walking over this way and I'll show you the pods on the chestnut tree. And then also I'll show you on the other side over there where we were working. And we've now stopped working because I keep getting hurt and he's been really tired. So what we kind of decided was that we would wait, and in the fall when the weather is a little cooler, then we will come back out and maybe try to do some stuff. Can you see those? They're like spiny. Try to get up here close where you're getting them and not the, all I see is leaves. Okay, there we go. They're very prickly, and those grow on the tree, and then come fall they drop, and a lot of times they split open and the chestnut is inside of there, and we end up with these spiny prickly pods all over our backyard, and it takes us forever to rake them up, and we have to wear these big heavy gloves to get them cleaned up. And here's Patches. You're getting all the cats today. Let me see if I can walk towards her. Patches was the most feral of the cats. She's the only female. Oh, she's walking back away. And she has become the sweetest homebody. She went under the deck, so she likes to sit under the deck. All right, let's walk over here a little bit. Anyway, she has become the sweetest homebody that you can imagine. She wants to be petted all day. Sometimes she can be quite annoying. I was trying to stitch the other day and she got up on the arm of the chair and proceeded to put her head on my arm so I couldn't lift my arm. And when I said something to her about it, she reached her paw out farther up my arm to trap me. All right, these pines along here, these are Canadian hemlocks, and we paid a small fortune for these trees some years ago because we'd had huge, great big, like 30, 40 foot pines over here that had washed out when one of those hurricanes from the south came up. I think it was the one from the south. Maybe it was the one on the east coast. I don't know. But anyways, one of them came through here, and it just rained so much. Pines have a very shallow root system, and it just washed. They just tipped all over, one right after another. So we bought these, and then these vines that were over in a tree here were choking out this last tree. I don't know if you can tell, but the last one is kind of peaked. And so we cut out all the brush in there. We cut down that tree, and what we were planning on doing was cutting out some more of this right here. And there's a pine in back there, and we were going to cut out everything except for that pine and then just leave the rest of it be kind of wild. And we were thinking about putting one of those archways in here. And we may get to it yet this fall, depends on how we're doing. And in case anybody wants to see a little bit more, there's our barn back there. And if I'm getting my finger in front of the screen, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold the phone and switch arms every so often. So let's see, I just left Buddy back there. Boots is over here. You can see him laying there. And Patches is up there underneath the deck. Now, coming around this way, these are the big pines, these are the exact same trees that were over on the other side that all got washed out. Okay, I'm going to step back here next to the shed, and I think we're at 15 minutes in, so I'll just take a short walk back here. I don't want this to be any longer than 20 minutes because some people may not be interested in this and have long stopped watching. But anyways, this is the barn with the lean-to. This is the brush pile that we have been piling up back here on all the work we were doing. And my husband's tried to burn it a couple of times, but it was just too green. And that's a lot of crap right there. And it goes way far over on the other side. It's way past the sides of the fire ring. And here's some of the wood that we piled up and brought back here. And then we piled a lot of it on the, you can kind of see the old versus the new. The old is kind of weathered looking and the new kind of has more of a brown center. And so we've got some more firewood. And then we're all the way back. The pathway that I took before, if you watched one of the videos, is on the other side of where all this crap is piled up. And I'm not going to go down that. And back there in the far corner is where the hill is that you can drive down with a tractor or a four-wheeler or something. And Buddy is back underneath my feet. So that's it. I'm going to let you all go. I want you to comment, but please don't say anything about me being sick in the comments. I'm trying to forget about that. Don't even want to think about it. And I want to get better. I want to get stronger, and I want all this stuff to stop. And I'm not sure what I need to do that, but I'm working on it. So anyways, I'll pan back around here. Our burning barrel. We do burn paper products and stuff here. Pan you up just so you can see how tall those trees are. They are quite tall. So I want to thank all of you for being here. Welcome you if you are new to my channel. If you have any suggestions for anything you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know. I hope to get back to some crochet now that we'll be getting into fall soon. And everybody enjoy the rest of summer. And I hope you enjoy your stitching, and as always, I send out my love and my hugs to everybody, and wish everybody the best. So I will see y'all later. Bye.